Hello everybody, this is Jimson Slim, and today I will be reviewing LEGO Star Wars set number 75324, Dark Trooper Attack, featuring 166 pieces and 4 minifigures. This set is supposed to retail for $30, although right now Costco has it for about 22 bucks, so I picked it up over there. Taking a look at the front of the box, we have that awesome new 2022 LEGO Star Wars box art where they actually only have a corner with the black greebling. They have the white Star Wars logo. You know, they got all the pertinent information over here. They have an orange stripe denoting that this is from the Mandalorian. Also down in the corner to denote such, they have another orange stripe with orange greebling, as well as an awesome render of the Lego Mandalorian along with Grogu in his pram, which we have not actually received yet as a build. Down here they also have an orange line and this orange kind of textured background, also denoting that these are the minifigures from the Mandalorian series in this set. You know, we have Luke Skywalker with that new style hood. We have 3 Dark Troopers, which seem to be about the same as they were in Moff Gideon's Imperial Light Cruiser, except for their weapons. They changed the weapons for some reason. I think they look better now, but I'm not sure why they decided to change them already. Then, of course, we have the main attraction, which is the set itself, which is actually set in the background of the actual hallway from the show, which looks pretty great. Now, moving to the top of the box, we have the actual size, this new Luke Skywalker minifigure. You know, the side of the box, we have side box art, even though it's a very skinny box this time around. This side, nothing too important. Lego Life, Star Wars, legal stuff. Then on the back, I feel like it's easy to accidentally have this box backwards because the set looks pretty much the same on the front and the back. You know, it's also the same background we have. Actually, it takes up the full back of the box, so to me it looks like it should be the front. And then you see, oh, it has the features, the elevator that flips around, this sliding feature, as well as this feature where you can have him spinning around and chopping down Dark Troopers. Now, interestingly enough, but not uncommon for a set of this size, this features the thumb tabs. So to open it, you know, it's a pretty simple process. Punch the thumb tabs, open the box, pour out your contents. You got a couple bags, 1 and 2. Totally just dropped the box. You got your sticker sheet as well as your instruction booklet, which is nice and skinny. You know, front seems to be Lego Life. More exciting in the back, we have some of the more recent sets as well as what came out this year. Interesting that they have the hallway listed on here twice. Like, normally if they're going to list something twice, they have the minifigures on one page and then the set on the other page. So this is actually my first proper 2022 set, so I'm not sure if that's a trend with these books. Alrighty, and there it is, the completed Dark Trooper attack, and I must say, this is one very unique looking build compared to a lot of the sets that we've been getting lately and that I've in particular have been collecting. But before we get into the set itself, let's take a look at the minifigures. Now, while there are 4 minifigures in this set, there are only 2 kinds of minifigure, as 3 of them are the identical Dark Troopers. So we'll take a look at him. Over here we have the one from Moff Gideon's Light Cruiser. This is the one from the Dark Trooper attack. They appear to be quite identical, which makes sense. Why would they change it? That would be absolutely ridiculous. The only thing they did change, interestingly enough, is instead of giving him this dark gray, giving these guys the dark gray blaster, they gave them this blaster where they use pretty much the same piece as they do for Boba Fett, as well as a binocular piece on the end. Other than that, he is still just as detailed as before. So I'm not going to actually remove his helmet and chest piece this time. But the thing that is interesting is that on the back here, off center, you have this little patch of gray, which is strange. It's definitely meant to be off center. I didn't even notice that, but it does show through under the helmet. So, I'm gonna throw up a picture of a stock photo of a Dark Trooper, and we'll see how accurate that is and how accurate this new weapon is. The other minifigure in this set is Luke Skywalker, who's looking very good. This is actually a post-episode 6 Luke, so he does actually look different. I just pulled my episode 6 Luke from the most recent Imperial shuttle over to take a look to compare. These faces seem to be about the same, removing this newer black hood piece, which some people like, some people don't. I like it. We have the smiley face on back, and for this guy, we do have the same smile. So that's good that they kept that. They use the same head. But the thing that is cool is that they completely changed his torso print, which is actually very interesting. So before we get down there, they actually did bring back the Spongy Cape, which was featured in the most recently, I believe, in the Darth Vader's meditation chamber, but also in the set I reviewed where it's the final duel against Darth Vader and Darth Sidious. But lifting up the bat and lifting up the cape, and apparently this spins way too well. We have, he actually has robes in, on this figure, whereas here it's not quite the same. It's actually rather different, which is interesting to see. He does have the same lightsaber hilt and blade. I do love this newer frosty green compared to those clear ones we used to get back when I was a kid, back in the age when dinosaurs were still walking the earth and such. Removing the shackles from this figure, we can see they kept they kept the same belt buckle, but they did change up the design a bit. His lightsaber holder is looking a bit different on this newer figure, and he now has leg printing, which is nice, very nice. He doesn't have arm printing, doesn't really need it. Honestly, I'm not sure what this little white dot up here is, but it makes him look like a Catholic priest, I'm not gonna lie. Now, this is one set where it's kind of pointless to take a look at it without the minifigures, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them on this time. Starting with the first feature we have in this set, the elevator. You can just spin it. It's a little bit tight, but that means it won't spin at undesired times. So if you do want to spin it, you're going to have to remove his lightsaber blade. Otherwise, it's not going to fit through. It's a very tight space. This elevator does not go up and down. It merely spins, as with the Snoke's throne room set. So you can have him start from here and have the Dark Troopers outside, and you can have him spin in and ignite his lightsaber, which is probably easier to do with two hands. As I was saying, you can have him ignite his lightsaber and jump on over here. So this is a spinning platform. You can spin it like this, and you can either have him swinging around his lightsaber, or interestingly enough, in the instruction manual, when they show off the features at the end of the build, they show him using the Force to spin one of the Dark Troopers while simultaneously pushing or pulling the other Dark Trooper, which is interesting. And it's more playability, but yeah, with the 3 moving features on their set, there's actually a lot you can do with it. So if you're a kid with an active imagination, or if you're simply rewatching the scene and trying to recreate it, there's a lot you can do with it. But as I was saying, you can have Luke over here using the Force to pull this Dark Trooper towards him, and ultimately slice him up with his lightsaber. Well, not really slice him, but at least knock him over. That's something you can do with it. You could actually position the other ones a bit closer so you can knock them over. This one might be a bit far. I'm just kind of moving his gun, but okay, if he comes a bit closer, whack. Okay. Maybe I need to lower the lightsaber a bit. Okay, yeah, y'all, this is supposed to be a review. Y'all just watching me play with Legos with one hand. But that's the fun of this set, is it is a really fun $30 play set. Like, Luke can fall off if, because these guys, like, sometimes they're just on way too well, and, you know, they won't fall off necessarily. So actually taking a closer look at the build without the minifigures, contrary to what I said before, they included an absolute ton of sticker details. Although first over here they have these lights, which I'll have to rewatch the scene or see if there's a clip where I can actually spot them. But there's some nice added detail, which I can't get my camera to focus on for whatever reason. But also, over here with the elevator, they have the indicator lights at the top, they have the control panel off to the side, and the inside of the elevator has those very nice Imperial lights, the Imperial backlighting. Over here they have these sticker details, you know, the Imperial hallway lights, as well as the hallway details, which kind of look different from the background and the artwork, but you know, they took some creative liberties clearly, and I really can't complain. I think it looks very good. I mean, they could have just not added the stickers and it would have looked very bland, but they did add the stickers, as well as some vented pieces, some vents at the top, some extra little greebling that also adds a bit of structural support, and on the back you basically get this view like, oh, this is a movie set, you know? You know, underneath isn't too much, you know, it's very very bare bones. But the back is just like this. You saw this earlier. It's like you're looking at a movie set, and it looks very good on display. So, final impressions and thoughts on this set are that even if you're paying the full $30, this is an absolutely great value. I mean, you've got this huge build, which leaves you a lot of play space, you know, much more than even the original set that the Dark Troopers came in, you know, unless you're playing on the outside of the ship, which is very inaccurate, as it is not to minifigure scale. You know, it would be insanely expensive and ridiculous to even create a set of that vehicle that is minifigure scale. But in addition to that, this is a very good looking Imperial hallway. Like, I personally haven't seen a set like this yet. You know, I was out of the game for a long time, very many years. I finally got back in towards the end of 2020, when the Mandalorian had first come out, and I started seeing those the one set. No, they had two sets at the point when I was looking, and I was like, wow, they did a great job on those. But with all that being said, I'm definitely going to give it a 9 out of 10 on playability. You know, maybe an 8 out of 10, or maybe 7 out of 10 on displayability, because the one thing I think leaves a bit to be desired is this gap over here, you know, this doorway. I mean, I guess you could expand on the hallway by getting more of the sets, and it is a good thing that, you know, you've got, if you're looking at it from this angle, you got Dark Troopers coming in from all angles. You know, Luke's just completely surrounded. You know, he better watch himself. You know, he's got to be careful. As for the minifigures, I'm going to give them a flat out 10 out of 10, because honestly, I can't find a thing to complain about here. You know, it's interesting that they did change up the weapon design. So you'll have, if you have the Moff Gideon's light cruiser, you're going to have one Dark Trooper with a different weapon. But that's honestly easy to swap out. And, you know, if you are trying to build a Dark Trooper army, this is the set to get. Right now, I got this for like $22 at Costco, and it's interesting enough. I posted on a Costco page on Facebook, and the manager of one of the local Lego stores was like, "What? That's not even supposed to be on shelves yet." But even if you're waiting till release day to get this set, absolutely, I would definitely recommend going out and getting it if you're a fan of the Mandalorian, if you're a fan of Luke Skywalker, the Dark Troopers, you know, or if you have a young person you want to get this as a gift for, or an older nerd like myself who you want to get this as a gift for. And with all this being said, Definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe. In the comments, let me know, what do you think of this set? Are you going to be picking it up? Is this one that you're anticipating? Is this the type of thing you would like to see from Lego Star Wars? Because honestly, it gives you so much space to play with. And I feel like, compared to vehicle sets, like this is a very different feeling. And it feels like, yes, this is absolutely 1-to-1 minifig scale. I mean, the elevator's a bit tight, but, you know, I feel like they did a great job on it. Definitely, if you are considering getting this set, go ahead and consider doing so through my affiliate link down in the description. You don't pay anything extra and it helps support the channel. And with all that being said, this is Jim to the Slim, signing out.